wondered why the man is considered the most important in the household? Maybe why we associate the color red with anger? Or how about why we even have laws? Many people ask these types of questions, and through sociology, we can look for and understand those answers. Welcome to Turcol University, one of the universities in this country. Here at Turcol University, we offer a state-of-the-art sociology program, and we want you. Let's start off with why you should pick sociology over some of our other amazing programs. Psychology to sociology. Both psychology and sociology are closely related to each other in their idea of the study of people. However, psychology focuses on specific individuals, while sociology refers to a much larger group of people. While learning about psychology, one does not learn how to look at the world in a different perspective. In psychology, you may ask the question, what type of parenting style did this person have to make them feel this way? While in sociology, you may ask, how have overprotective parents led to an increase in crime or rebellious behavior in our society? Us sociologists use something called our sociological imagination, which allows us to make normal things seem different in order to question life and what makes our society tick. The general idea of psychology is micro, while sociology is macro. Anthropology to sociology. Anthropology is practically sociology's sister. They both look at the bigger picture. However, anthropology has more of a focus on history and how cultures have developed over time. This means that within this course, one would learn about cultural beliefs from different areas around the world and compare those cultures to each other. Sociology looks at more than just culture and differences between cultures. One will look at social institutions, like the education or judicial system, as well as social change, the media's influence on people, and much, much more. Sociology to criminal justice. Learning about criminal justice can be beneficial, don't get me wrong, but by taking criminal justice instead of sociology, we only learn what types of social structures or institutions lead to criminal behavior and how to prevent deviant behavior. Once again, this is a smaller scale of the potential learning one could receive from taking sociology. In sociology, similar lessons are taught about the impact of social institutions on criminal behavior, but we also learn how society functions outside of criminal activity, such as why we deem things in our culture to be normal and deem other things unnormal. Hopefully by now I have explained how sociology is truly a ginormous blend of many different ideas in order to study society as a whole. If you are a big picture type of person, I hope you will consider taking sociology to better understand the world around us. Remember those questions I asked at the beginning? I'm going to give you a mini explanation of how to find those answers using different sociological perspectives and help you find your own sociological imagination. Okay, let's start with thinking about our own fathers. Maybe you see him as the leader of the house, or maybe not because your mom's kind of bossy. But either way, now in today's society, we don't have that standard mom and dad. It can be so many different things. It can be mom and mom, dad and dad, maybe just a single parent household, and so many more options. But now let's think back to the 1930s. What a great time to be alive. The Great Depression is alive and booming and ruining the economy and all of the families. But who earns the money here? The man. Okay, the woman sits at home and cooks and cleans and does the laundry and doesn't earn anything for herself. Therefore, she's stuck with some ugly alcoholic man that comes home with $20 in his pocket and a breath full of booze. Now, a conflict theorist would see that the conflict here becomes the man versus the woman. The woman in the relationship lacks power and then gains a social consciousness about the world around her and where she fits in. This creates a group of women demanding change, wanting to hold power, hold value, and hold a real place in society. Karl Marx developed this theory of people with stuff versus people without stuff. This is exactly what happened with these women. Now, while a conflict theorist may see the divide of power and opportunity as a problem that needs to be changed, a functional theorist may understand that the function of the man earning money in a household was because of survival, and the function of the woman was to create a household to raise successful future generations. Now, functionalists see that social constructs and institutions all serve some sort of purpose to society. Let's think about one of our other questions. Why do we even have laws? This doesn't seem like a very difficult question to answer, I know. But we have laws to keep order. That's a simple answer. But let's look even further behind that into our actual function of laws, using our sociological imagination and our functionalist perspective. Think outside of the box. What in history led to this? How does this affect everyone differently? How does our normal compare to other people's normal? To this, I would say that the function of laws and our government is to act as a societal institution to keep our society the way we believe it's supposed to be based on past problems. Think about it like this. No law was created without the initial idea being proposed, and that idea would have never been proposed if the action never occurred. Now, that sounds really complicated, but let me break it down. No one would have ever made a law prohibiting people breaking and entering or robbing someone if someone didn't first break and enter or rob someone. This last perspective I want to discuss with you is social interactionism. This perspective is all about questioning why we associate certain meanings with certain ideas. For example, let's think about the color red. When you think of the color red, you most likely think about anger or frustration. But why is that? Throughout many years and using the active reinforcement, we learned that red means angry. Our faces turn red when we are upset, yell, or cry. Emojis representing anger are always red. The devil, horrible things, red. Fire, red. Everything that is annoying and frustrates us is red. Now, through constantly seeing red in our times of anger, we as a society silently agreed that red is the color to show anger. I mean, even my math homework textbook is red because of how much that subject frustrates me. And using our sociological imagination, we can ask ourselves to look at this from different perspectives. And how are we impacted by society to believe red is anger? If we lived in a secluded island, do you think we would still associate red with anger? Or is it just because society has reinforced this idea of anger and the color red? You will learn how to look deeply into each and every aspect within society through this sociology class and be able to develop questions and answers of your very own to help you understand what exactly makes society tick. We hope to see you in this course.